I mean, it just became an addiction. And I was like, all right, I'm buying a Ranger.
Going just big as hell. We're over here at Josh's and he's gonna take us through this beast. Josh is one of our drivers on the team. You know, he's a badass dude. Sorry man, I'm just gonna brag about you right now. Awesome guy, works hard, built his truck for years. He showed up at Midwest Dirt Fest and everybody was super stoked because it was a surprise, right?
Yeah, I kept it pretty low key. Like, people knew it was gonna probably come out that season, but I just like kept being like, yeah, I don't know, might be anchored for Dirt Fest. I kept it on the radar, except for a few guys knowing and showed up because I wanted to just be a fun surprise for everybody to see it done. And
yeah, and it was
pretty cool. That was definitely the most epic part of having the truck built and all that.
The victory of showing up with it done. Not only did he just show up and be like, hey guys, truck's here, I'm gonna take it easy. No, we have some clips we could just cut to a little banger of Josh right now. As you guys can see, Josh is...
I like to drive it.
You do like to drive it.
Look at it. I mean, it's got all the shocks on there to be used. So
you know what? And this truck is such a dang good-looking truck, and I think that kind of comes through with like your street stuff that you do. I see the street influence in this with at least the detail that you kind of put into it, and then you being a painter too.
Yeah, that makes it a little more convenient.
Yeah,
you can kind of make things pretty, where most people, that's the last thing they address.
Right. You'll get like
work of it. So.
You'll get the white fenders forever.
It did go through that for a little bit, but I said, all right, I'm known as a painter, so I probably should come out with a truck that actually has a full paint job on it this time.
And the truck came out so good, as you guys can see. Let us know what's going on with the truck. What's up with it? I see the beams are off it right now.
Yeah, so you guys probably saw, there's a little clip of it on the car show I was at the end of last summer. I lawn darted, I think.
The one that was on Tosh.0.
Yeah, I made it on Tosh.0.
Yeah,
dude. I wasn't expecting that kind of publicity. That was like Hot Rod when he's like, reinforce the takeoff ramp.
Can we reinforce the takeoff ramp?
Oh my God.
The board actually blew out and bucked it in the air. I bent them originally at Dirt Fest. Then I straightened it out, reinforced it, and went out and did that parking lot jump, and it bent them again. So I'm like, time for heavier duty chromoly stuff, so that's what's going on.
Okay. Whose beams are you putting on, or what? Which ones?
So, good friend of mine, Ryan Lender Racing.
Right.
He's actually kind of helped me do my original ones I built back when I was 18. And now we're going to redo them. He's drawing them up right now. They're going to be full chromoly, be all high.
Just like the big dog stuff.
Spindles, but yeah, exactly. So, gonna do it proper this time.
Right on. So, you've been doing this for a little bit.
Yeah.
How the heck did you get into pre-runners, man? I mean, out here, right?
As a kid, way back when I was real young, NBC used to cover the 1000, so I saw a little bit of that. And then, toy cars, I always kind of, when I was young, stuff was cool.
And then DA too, huh?
Yeah, yep, for sure. I started seeing some of that stuff. So originally, though, I kind of got into like street cars. Like I have a 240, and that's kind of fun.
Over there somewhere, right?
Yeah.
She's hiding. Yeah, we won't. Sorry, guys. We'll blur it out right there.
We can peep it.
We'll just put like a nice 240, like a sick 240 right there.
But yeah, I had that, and I kind of got a little bit of trouble on the street, getting some tickets.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friends.
And one of my good buddies is into off-road, and he ended up buying an old race truck that was in the area. Started playing around with that, and it just became an addiction. And I was like, all right, I'm buying a Ranger. And I bought a 4-wheel drive one at first because I needed a daily. I ended up realizing I wanted to go more serious with it, so ended up buying a 2-wheel drive. I sold that one, drove to Kentucky and bought this because I found it on eBay. It had the 6-cylinder 4-liter, last year beams. It was a 97.
Ooh, the 97.
And it was an extended cab, so it was like the primo starting point of a Ranger for putting stuff together, which at this point, that doesn't even matter because it's all chopped and...
No, but it's a good cab, and the 97 is a good cab.
It's got the original cab. It's got the clamp for the rear opening doors. It's like an 04 cab.
Oh, shoot. Okay,
I
okay.
was jumping in without a cage and the floor ripped apart, so...
What?
Yeah, that's what happens.
That's what happens.
Jump without cages, and it's dangerous, so...
Yes. So then you started building it, you started jumping it, and then what? I heard you had a trip out west, like to Glamis.
Yeah, so back to my buddy Langer, he was getting married out west, so we took a trip out there, and literally like we're finishing the wells. I think they were hot on their way out there. I drove this thing out to California. Well, first hit Arizona, and then first bachelor party when we went to Glamis.
So you drove the pre-runner?
We drove the pre-runner out
From Michigan?
From Michigan.
To Arizona to Glamis.
Still, and it was so nice.
So you guys have to understand that. Michigan to California. Well, to Arizona to California. That's what's up with these guys. And he's saying like the welds were still hot. Like these guys don't give up. Like they just keep going, keep going. Perseverance and like determination, I think is something with you guys, man. Maybe it's your cold, freaking ice cold winters that make you guys so determined.
You can do it!
A few months of summer to go play, so it's like you better have your truck out and get ready, and then that event's fun for us too, the Fest, because that's when all of us actually like kind of get together and get it out there. We go out to Glamis for the bachelor party, we're running around, we get out there at night, left from Arizona at dusk, show up at Glamis. We get to, I think it's the Buttercup part of it.
Yeah,
it's
off the
southern, big dunes where the trucks don't really play well there. So we're at nighttime because we can't wait. I'm like antsy as can be.
You just got to Disneyland.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
So we go out and we unload and we start ripping around. We're hitting some like whoops and we go back in the dunes. I'm not familiar with the dunes at the time. Out there, they stack on each other. I found what I learned is called a witch's eye. Following on the low side of the dune where it seemed nice, slow, and rolly. I hung the entire front end up. It was suspended, the whole front end bent, the beams bent.
Oh my God.
The hood was wadded up, so.
Just totally cased it. Drove from Michigan, went over there, got stuck in the nasty bowl, and then you didn't know that we had razorbacks and witch eyes. So like over here, the dunes roll over because there's so many people going over them in the same direction that they create like the best transitions going up and going over. There's no like slip faces. But over there, obviously in Glamis and Buttercup, whatever month that was, you guys know how it is there. Well, the people from Southern California or Arizona that go there.
It was summer, by the way, too. So we were in the dunes, and during the day we were getting sand on us, so it was burning our laps.
Oh my God.
There is no fire!
You know what? Honestly, like I said, it's an epic story. Obviously, you made it back. So then after that, Griffin Fab Works, you go full kill, and you were building it yourself over there?
So during that point, I met up with Neil, and he started hanging around and was all into it, and he was starting to build his truck, and I was going to build it in my parents' shop, and he had like a better setup thing. He's like, I need help working on mine too, so we'll just work together on ours, and that's how me and Neil met, and it was supposed to be just a quick, like, let's link the back, and it got out of hand. It was
really? That sounds like a familiar story for everyone.
It was supposed to be like a year and a half, maybe 2, and it just turned into like 6. It was like 6.5 years. Neil's an awesome dude. Thanks for letting me keep it in your shop that long, but
that's wild.
Yeah, during that time, and he decided he wanted to start his business. So like he was doing his business, and
you were building it after work,
and I was doing after hours in his shop. They were working on my truck. So
well, honestly, man, I think we'll dive into the truck now, but you know, all those years, even knowing you while you were still building it, and then returning 5 years later and seeing the truck finally done and going just big as hell and beating the crap out of it, going to the dunes that same weekend and just totally loving the truck. Like, it's hard to explain to people why we put so much sacrifice into those little moments. Like why so many years of sacrifice into, just 2 hours of track time or just 3 hours of the dune, and I can't wrap my mind around it. It's hard to explain. It's just like the stoke. It sounds so lame and cheesy. I don't know what to say. Like that feeling of accomplishment.
20 minutes of adrenaline in the air jumping is, I guess, worth years of working on it.
Of sacrifice and money. I don't know.
It's kind of insanity, I guess.
It is. Anyways, man, Props, brother. I'm so proud of you. Everything that this guy's gone through, all these guys out here go through such a hustle. That's why I say the determination out here is key. So enough of me. I'm gonna shut the hell up, and we're gonna talk to Josh about this truck. So you're doing the big beams.
So yeah, beams are getting done. The truck just runs a stock 6-liter out of a truck.
It's just like a 6.0 LS swap.
Bone stock 6-liter. Painted the motor up to look nice. It's got some different accessory brackets on there to make it work. I wanted to have the AC on there again, and I know for you guys in California that's a huge thing, but for us, a lot of guys, I mean, heat is more important than having AC here in Michigan. We run a lot in the summer, but there's also the fall. Once it starts getting cold, it's like pretty cold. I wanted to keep the motor pretty dependable, so it's just a bone stock 6-liter right now. Eventually I'll probably do some cam head work, just pretty minor stuff. I don't want it gnarly, so I can keep it durable.
And where did you get a lot of these ideas from when you were building the truck?
You don't have like trucks in person to look at. So yeah, it was like Desert Rangers, Google Images, very visual with how I like to decide to do stuff. So
yeah,
I just studied photographs and kind of went and looked where people land their tubes. Figured out that some of this cage is kind of the original to before I fully caged it. So I tied into it and kind of, you know, tried to keep the flow as best as I could.
So, all right, here we go. So tell me about these headers. So
last summer, laid all these out with my friend G Weave. Laid this out, did this tri-Y setup because I had some just janky like pace setters on there before and they started cracking apart. So I was like, all right, time to build proper set. Last for a long time.
Nice. Nice.
And then,
great job.
Transmission, I have a 4L80 in there, so got some overdrive. I can drive it down the road pretty nicely.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
4L80.
No, it's definitely awesome because it makes driving them down the road like actually possible. You're not gonna spinning like 3,700 RPM at like 65.
Yeah, that sucks.
It is, so. Next step is converter. I want to go with a higher stall. That's just kind of a rework stock one, but it gets by. It does decent. I had 37s on it. I'm going to 39 now. So gonna do 40s, but it's just hard getting parts over here. I can't just go and grab like from Joe Blow like, hey, I got a set laying around. So fortunately, I networked with a few of the guys from Terra crew and some friends of theirs, and got from Matt, he had a set, and Danny brought them over for me. So
right on.
That was pretty cool that it worked. He could bring those over for me this time.
So radius arms, all this stuff, the steering,
so this is
looking pretty strong.
Something we designed, and then I'll have all hard line stainless brake lines.
Yeah. How much travel's in this thing?
The front, I have it's a 16 coil, 2.5, and then a 3.0, I think 4-tube bypass. Okay. And I get about 20 out of the front. It's right around 19.5, 20 if I remember right. Okay. Out back, it was pulling 26, and that's with like the...
I could have swore you had like 23 in the front or more, because I'm even looking at that picture over there. We'll probably actually find it.
I have a bit of down travel on it. This truck kind of rides a little higher. I'm going to try to get it squatted down a little more. I'm actually going to be
kind of messing with
my beam mounts, but I don't want the front to bottom out higher than the rear. So what I've learned talking to other guys from out west, racers and all that, is you want to have that back end bottom out of several inches higher than your front. Right. Soak up that whoop so you're not bucking them.
And obviously we don't have the glass on, but dude, the paint job looks freaking amazing, and this is Fiberworks, right?
Yeah, Fiberworks.
Hell yeah.
I probably primed that and blocked it like 3 times.
It looks great, man. I know it's all dusty, but...
That's the Fiberworks 2004 to, was it 07?
Something like that.
Expedition F-150 conversion.
I could tell with the light,
Yeah, she's got dust on it. I think those are like the Expedition lights with the black in them, so.
Okay, right on. So take us through the rear setup. This all seems to be pretty much together minus the rear end, but.
Yeah, the back's pretty basic. I mean, I cut the whole back off, and I knew I don't mind factory frame rail style. I just like the look better of when you do the full tube setup. Yeah. So I went and just fully chopped it off. This is actually Jeff from Giants Welded Yourself links.
Oh, really?
I was, it was just best for budget at the time, and they've held up really good. I crap out of them, so definitely. I bought those. They were really easy to throw together. I bought the link pivots and all that. Pretty straightforward, easy kit. So nice, man. I don't know who made these, but these are hilarious. Yeah, those my buddy Loki made those, and also sticker slapped a bunch of us. That is rad. And I need you. And I need
All this like finishing work, it
Yeah,
just
I did
looks...
all the tin work on this,
Dude.
and I came to find out that's something I really like doing is tin work.
Really?
Yeah, it's really rewarding to do.
Have you picked Morgan Clark's brain at all? Have you? Like,
I always
have you slid
I
in his
look at
DMs?
Morgan's work for inspiration. That dude is
Yeah.
a very talented guy. He's got some. He also has a very artistic eye, and I love the style and flow that he
The
puts
details, honestly, man. I mean, like,
Even your truck, like the aluminum work going in there and steel paneling is looking like
Yeah,
it's
man.
art. I'm gonna put some pins in here in place of that, but
okay.
so those open up and that's
Dude.
just like my storage compartments I built. I started,
Yes.
At the time I was building this was right when like everybody started like paneling off back ends and it was becoming more common. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I really like that. I want this thing a little next level, so I took the extra time.
Excellent.
Built all these boxes, fit them all in there. They slide out and come out like that, so
Oh,
they're
heck yeah.
removable too. I have my coolers tucked underneath the rear spoiler here. So I just got these little rubber latch deals that I pop open, and then it exposes the coolers right there, and then
Okay.
mesh for that it vents out. So it actually draws air in from the underside, and it's sealed from the inside, so that way it actually pulls through properly. It vents out through the mesh on the top.
Very well thought out.
I try. I do my best. There's always stuff you realize later, but it
Yeah.
works pretty good for now.
Well, again, excellent setup. This is so great. I love the way this all looks, man.
Yeah.
And then you got your jack back here. You got your rugged kind of hanging off.
Run a standard 32 gallon like.
Is it the Jeep Speed one?
It's different than that. This is a squared off one. I mean, I think the Jeep Speeds have the cut angle on
Yeah.
them. This one's just like your standard squared
32?
off 32 on.
Okay.
So it works good.
Well, looking solid again. And then I think what's also so badass is like you have all your windows, you have your AC. This is a straight up luxury pre-runner, man. And then you're running the Baja Design lights.
Where do you get those at? And I'm like, they don't make them anymore. You have to get the new ones.
Those are so awesome. You want to take us through the inside, man? Okay, cool.
So you can, like I said, I actually had to
man.
replace the cab so you can open the back door. I got the newer clamshell cab there. So.
Dang, watch out, man.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
have
gosh,
the whole
Josh.
door panels wrapped and
Dude, how does your wife like this?
she's pretty comfortable in here. I put carpet in here. All the floors have, I think it's ballistic mat that
Right.
I put down on the entire
Same
floor.
stuff, yeah.
Yep, the entire bottom of the thing's all been bed lined too, so the entire underside of the floor. So I
Dude,
tried
look at this guy, man. This is a straight up luxury pre-runner. You know, I've always loved your truck. I didn't realize all the detail you've put into this,
Yeah,
man. You're
so-
crushing it, brother.
It's funny because it was cheap to save just like using the stock dash, and I've always been kind of inspired by some rally stuff, which is kind
Okay.
of why I went with this door bar.
And it looks amazing and actually pretty convenient to get in because you have it go like this.
I don't race, so I don't have to have like all the code,
Yeah.
bar height and standard, but that's why I liked it. It's pretty safe because it's 2 shear points, and it still allows you to get in through it pretty easy.
So tell me about this dash.
The dash is just the stock Ranger dash. I bobbed it like all the rally race cars do so you can get in without your knees clipping in there. This on here is called flocking. It's just like you paint a black glue on it, and then it's a like felt or
Yeah, it feels
suede
like
that you
felt
put
or
on
something.
there.
Yeah, like felt or suede.
And
Yeah.
the point of that is it actually reduces sun glare as it comes in, so you don't
Oh.
like blind yourself off the dash as you're racing or driving. So.
Wow, man, you learn something new every day, and that comes from like the rally world.
Yeah, so that's big with rally. If you see a lot of rally guys, will actually their dashes, there will be like a stock dash cut up. Now a lot of them are like a factory pulled mold off from it, and they'll mimic the factory style. But if you see the tops, usually got like a flocking on it.
Great idea, man. I think I'm gonna have to flock it out. That's so stupid. I'm sorry, I'm fired. We're accepting applications for new hosts, please. But no, honestly, this looks so great. Like,
Suede wrap panels up here too. All those got ballistic mat on the backside too. I just wanted a really quiet, not tinny in here.
what's up with the gauges up here?
That's
Explain,
my
please.
flight control center right there. Being limited to the factory dash space, I needed some extra gauges and switch area, and
Yeah.
I get the race trucks and all that have their each switch and all that.
No,
a lot
this
of
is-
people have gone to switch.
this is the
pros, but
baddest I've ever seen.
Clean and not like cluttered. So
Yeah.
they're up there. They're all on relays. But yeah, I got the KC Cyclones in here. One is a red one, and one's interior. It's smoked.
Okay.
But that's another thing I learned is
What do you mean a red one?
red light is
Like it's an actual red light?
and you'll notice this if you've ever been in a cop car. Wait, I wouldn't.
Okay, right.
No, if you ever see though, is like military and police, they'll run red light, and what that does is it's the easiest for your eyes to readjust at nighttime back from red light to normal dark time. So if you're at
Look
night,
at you with the knowledge, man. You're
trying.
crushing it.
So if you're
Okay.
navving or doing something and to peek at something, you flip that light on. It's not as distracting while you're running around still. If you got your passengers like trying to help you navigate.
So it's not to set the mood for you and your wife when you're on a dune
you
cruise.
might be able to use that, but that's the initial plan.
Got it. I love how you round this tube right here behind. This is exactly how it should be run, guys.
So
you guys
look
got
at their sheets. That's right at the angles that they're supposed to be at. And
Exactly.
then the floor anchors are all set right there too. So.
And I love the brown. You know, it looks so freaking classy. Straight Hugh Hefner over here with the alpha PRPs.
It's nice that you matched all the stitching and all that too. They're just
Oh yeah, look,
they're
so
pretty sweet.
you know the amount of detail that goes into this. You come from the car import world too, and that's why like those kinds of details go a long way. This looks so classy, man. What made you choose this color?
For the longest time, I didn't know what color I was going to paint it. I
Right.
had played around. Originally, it was kind of like the factory burgundy that they came.
Okay.
And I was going to do that color just because it was easy to bring it back to that. I didn't have to do all the jams. Then I went to this, and I was like, all right, it's time for a proper paint job. Pulled up to a gas pump. A newer Jeep pulled up at the time. It was like a 14 Grand Cherokee. Had this color on it. Went up to some old dude. I'm like, hey, would you mind if I got your paint coat from your door? He's like, oh yeah, sure. So I snagged the paint coat out of it and painted it. Came to find out that was like a limited color they ran. It was a 50th anniversary, and they only put them on like Grand Cherokees and JKs or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, so it's
So you literally just like got the code from somebody at the gas station.
yeah.
And here it is.
I'm like, I have to know what that paint color is.
This thing is phenomenal,
That's
man.
what I wanted, was something that you kind of got your attention, but it wasn't like blah, like crazy in your face. So, but you know, had a little class to it, and I felt that was what the color kind of offered.
Any other future plans for this? I see you got the camber rear end.
Currently, I just went and decided to ball out and bought the cambered 4-inch housing.
Trophy truck.
Didn't quite full ball out. I didn't go with the 3 1/4 snouts, but these are the 2.5 snouts.
That's
what I'm gonna do.
Oh, for sure,
I'm gonna
man.
throw some 40 splines in it. Homeboy Roy ODR.
Okay.
He just threw that third member together for it.
10-inch ring gear?
Yeah, went with the 10-inch. So
Okay.
456 is what I went with.
Okay.
And for a gear set,
Nice, man.
went with, it's got the 14-inch Willwoods rotors. I'm gonna do the Porsche caliper cheap mod for big cheap brake option. And then it's all the cambered 2.5 hubs front and rear. So
That's what I'm talking about.
hopefully the driveline will be pretty bulletproof now after this.
So
allows
solid.
me to maybe do a little bit more motor mods, like I said, get a little more power, but I'm not gonna go crazy because like I said, I want to be able to drive it for miles and not worry about it having failures. So
Excellent, man. Cool. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode on Josh's truck. This thing is truly incredible. We are so happy to meet this guy. Thank you so much, man, for being down with what we do. If you guys have any questions for Josh about paint or any of the details in the truck, please hit him up. Hit the link below. We'll put an @ to his Instagram. Thank you guys. If you guys like what we're doing, if you guys want to continue to support us, please like and subscribe to the video, leave a comment, share it, and take care, guys. Later.